Check the connection to taking the water. Really, that money said she'll be alright. Always mention it takes all the water, but they can take days and days and days of that and not dropping. I know the water's different, but how is that still about the bottom of the rivers? I don't understand. Really? Not because they're soft. I've just been on that to replace the other ones, and I thought, which one? Oh, I can't remember. I couldn't believe it. I remember that. When I had that water chicken in that back. Well, I cut up the semi-dry with one small potato. I steamed that. And oh my God. Sun-dried tomatoes are yummy. Like I said, it might have been 30 years ago. Oh, she said, no. She said, oh, Carly, it was over. I said, she goes at the end of this week. She said she bought him up on Friday. I said, oh, that was lovely. And she goes, Lynn's got a walker with the season. Because I went downstairs after they had come. You know the ones that you just sit on the body wave. She sat out the front. Carly went to get the car because it was so packed she was up to get a bit. She went to get the car. Only when slipped off the walker. On your ass. Carly comes back with a car sees her. At that point the young girl, one of the young nurses, said he was going to go on shift. So Carly said to Mum, rang Mum and said, you know, if that girl wasn't there, we would have had to call an ambulance to get her up off the ground. She said, dead weight. I said, well, she's a different frame to you. She said, Lynn, even if you're a small frame, dead weight is dead weight. She said, it's like cement. It doesn't matter. But she said, Winnie's larger bones than I have. And we said, she said she's grappling with one of the terms of what's. I said, so they can't keep babysitting. I said, she's got the thing around her neck that it contacts family. That's why I said, oh, like what happened in Tassie where she fell and they contacted Carly in New Zealand, they had to contact Susan and Susan was at work on the phone. Oh my God. I said, no. She can't keep happy. She said, well, she's thinking going back down to visit Tassie again. I said, but she's going around in a circle being babysat. She said, and Lynnie, I understand she doesn't want to lose her home, but she said, I said, what if she fell in? I said, are those things waterproof? She said, no, they're not waterproof. I said, so if she fell in the shower, living on her own. She said, well, yeah, she might be soundproof. She wouldn't be able to get up, regardless. But she said, she's got to do all on one side then, because she's on blood thinners at the moment. Completely breathed. I went, oh. Jesus Christ. I suppose Carly's seen that happen. She's probably thinking, what the hell, what are we going to do? They have. Mum said, she said, Lynn was trying to come to terms. She said, that's when she said, I know, she said, I know exactly what it's like, we don't want to leave home, but she said, in my case, it was, I went to the hospital and never again saw anything, not one thing of mine, just the night I was in. And isn't that funny, I said, there's an ad on television that's saying, I can do it, I could, you know, but she said, Mum said, if you can't do it, you've got to come to terms. She said, Linda, she's 92 this year. I said, yeah, you don't realise that. You just think of them as in the, just being the auntie of, yeah, you don't think of the age.